Ron, another question from a member. Ron, I have a concern for all the townships in rural Australia that do not have LWS presently. Will there be enough LWS humanitarian CAC and directors to cover those areas?
I'm going to say yes. There will be plenty to do that. And although it may be a big project, I think we have some wonderful managing directors getting prepared to do that. Australia has, the East Coast is the main populated areas, and you got some on the west coast, and you got some on the north coast. In between that is a lot of desert, and it floods during the rainy season, and it's invariably hot and dry during the dry season. So those they're ripe for Love One Society's people. And why are there not Love One Society present there? Well, they're not very well present anywhere in the world yet, but Australia has some wonderful people, and I'm sure that that's not going to be a problem. So,
Okay.
get them out there.
All right. Very good. Wonder if I slip in another question since we have some time. Is that okay?
Certainly.
Ron, will our redemption appointments be on an individual basis due to the embodiment of our higher self?
When Love One Society was being prepared, all we were thinking about is the funds and preparing to receive the funds and preparing your education to understand what the plans and the programs are for and how they can be used when you have the funds. And then we kind of got diverted. I'll say it that way on purpose. We grew up with all of these money ideas, and now we find out that the money is going to come to those who are more spiritually inclined. In other words, you have to have somebody who is following the Spirit in order to get things done appropriately. Because those who do not have the Spirit will not be given the funds to do anything because they don't have the communications. They don't have the wherewithal, the mental capacity. I don't know what it all takes. We'll find out more when we get in there. But it is an individual basis. And that's due to the embodiment of our higher selves. If we accommodate our ability to speak to Jesus spoke to his Abba. What is Abba? It's a father. Okay. Each of us have a father who is our soul, higher self. Jesus had the same thing. You talk to your father. Now, it's not to eliminate women. That's not my point, but I'm just taking it from Jesus's point of view. He spoke to his Abba, and he anchored his love to the earth as an example of what we can do. Christ consciousness is the idea that we can all become Christ conscious. Well, if I were to use the term love conscious, that would be the same thing. Yeshua is known for his love. So what he did is the example for us to follow. So if we can't speak to our higher self, our Father, and we can't have two-way communications, it's going to be difficult for us to really fulfill our responsibilities. It's a calling that which ones of us were prepared to do this? Well, some of us, I'm going to say, just absolutely knew from the very first part of Love One Society. They knew this was what they came here to do. And others glum onto it and say, well, it was going to get all this money and all this sort of stuff. Well, it's not designed for those people to flourish, without changing. It's designed for them, but they need to change their ideas. They need to open up to the reality that if they don't listen to the voice of the Spirit, they're going to have a very difficult time in communicating with their counselors, with others who are spiritually inclined as well, to get the work of the Father done. Now, how can I tell people that and make that? I still have people who are believing in organized religion that the cabal had created. I get preached to. I say, why are you doing that? Because you want to continue the cabal's way of living, cabal's way of life. You talk about capitalism. There's nothing wrong with capitalism, but there certainly is when you have the cabal that's operating in a capitalized organizations when they control everything. Money over, it's not money for your own needs, it's money as power over other people. That's what the capitalism from the cabal has created. Let's change things. We need to talk to our higher selves in order for us to really understand what we're trying to accomplish. Is it my job to do that? I don't know. I feel like I have to share because I don't want people thinking when the appointments come and they didn't get theirs that they were not informed. I want to pass on to them the responsibility to do what they need to do to get informed about how they're going to do their humanitarian work. And if they don't do it the proper way, there's a front door. You come in the front door. You can't come in the side door or the back door. You come in the front door. You're welcomed. Here's your money. And you go out the front door to do your work. There are those who want to come in the side door without paying the price to come in the front door. That's just the way it's going to work. Are the heavens that specific in what they're trying to accomplish? They are really, really focused on vetting us and being sure that we use the funds properly. Because if there's any indications that we might not, we won't get the funds. It's just the way it is. I hope that's not too invasive in people's lives to really understand, but that's the way it's going to be. I hope everybody gets a chance to listen, learn to listen to the voice of the Spirit, ask questions and get answers. They want this more than we do. They want to give us everything. It's just up to us to receive what they give. And then we can accomplish all together what we're trying to accomplish. That's the way I see life going forward. Hope that helps.
All right, Ron, excellent. Appreciate it. And we'll be back with one final question.